Yes. Good evening. Welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing very well on this Friday evening. Friday evening, isn't it? It is Friday. I lose track.
It is Friday.
Sometimes. Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to this Premier League sort of preview show. We're going to touch in on the Burnley game as well. Have sort of a chat about what we thought about that, who played well, and there's a bit about the ticket situation. I believe that might be worth going over a bit as well. But listen, before we get started, we are doing it. We are doing it. We may as well.
He wants to do it.
We don't have to. But look,
he wants me to rant, doesn't he?
I like a Martin rant. I like a good rant from Martin, man. It's enjoyable. But listen, chat, before we get started, please make sure you hit a like on the stream. It massively helps other people find the channel, and subscribe if you are new around here. 3-1 win over Burnley. Couldn't hold out for a clean sheet, unfortunately. I saw some people complaining online about that, but look, it's not the end of the world. I don't think we ever really got out of second gear. We didn't really need to. In my opinion, we were pretty well in cruise control. Once again, a game I got to watch on TV. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. Probably glad now, considering the weather I saw. Martin, you were there. How was the whole experience for you? How did you find the game?
Straightforward for 92 minutes. Absolutely straightforward. But Burnley played exactly as I thought they would. I knew Burnley weren't going to park the bus and just because that isn't company's way. And it gave us so much space. You look at Nunes with them runs. He had so much space to go into, and he used it. He drove to it. KDB doing his bits again. That assist for the, that free kick that he took, that's just out of this world. And the sad thing is, everyone talks about it as though it's like normal.
Yeah, as if you see that week in, week out.
Yeah. Messi does that, gets like 3 million retweets. Something, but
yeah.
No, it's like, Rodri again. It was the only, and I'm saying only downside in any, me, don't do negative, but the only slight blip was probably Rico a little bit. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. Is people forget that he's basically skipped a year of school, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And it's showing a little bit, that's all. But the kid's got a bright future. But other than that, no, he was straightforward, Erling back. It was great. On the field.
Mm-hmm. I think with Rico, he's just a little bit lightweight, isn't he? He's not fully cooked yet for the adult game. He's what?
He's a kid.
He is a kid. That's what I'm saying. But he's quite clearly he's got a huge amount of ability, and Pep clearly likes him and likes the way he's progressing. But these experiences against the Burnleys and whoever he else gets opportunities against are only going to benefit him in his development. Obviously, Pep has a plan for him. You just have to trust it and back it. But a player that we have to touch on is one you mentioned, Matheus Nunes. Absolutely class, man of the match. I don't think he had man of the match or the stadium man of the match. I think Alvarez got it because he got his 2 goals and it was a birthday in that. But for me, I thought Matheus Nunes was absolutely class. I think he's starting to come into his own a bit, Matheus Nunes. He's starting to find his feet at the club. He's looking more confident. He's not afraid to take risks. And, he's adding something that we probably didn't have or haven't had for a while in a really powerful runner with the ball. And he's deceptively quick, Matheus Nunes. Like, his acceleration goes from 0 to 100 really, really fast for someone of his size. Like, he's a big guy. And he was causing havoc. He was causing havoc for the Burnley midfield. He was causing havoc for the Burnley defense. And look, you saw the assist he got for Alvarez's first goal. Absolutely class that was. He made that himself. He made that all on his own.
His pace was incredible.
Yeah, driving to the right-hand side, showing strength and pace. And then what some players lack who are maybe new to City, I think Doku lacks this a bit. It's just composure with the final ball. You get into that position. You did really well to get yourself into that position. What do you do then? Most players who are new, they might just lash it into the box and hope someone gets a touch on it, or smash it into the 6-yard box and hope it ends in the back of the net. He composed himself, waited for a second, and picked out a perfect ding cross onto the head of Julian Alvarez. Like, that was no, look, that was perfectly placed. That was well thought out. Joe, I thought Matheus Nunes was absolutely class, and I'm really excited to see how his development continues. Considering this is his first, 6 months properly under Pep Guardiola, he looks like he's got a real future.
And it's barely a 6 months as well, because he got injured. He was out of the team. He never, when he first came in, it took a while for him to get his first appearance as well. So, it's been sort of, his opportunities have been few and far between. And I if I remember rightly as well, that was on his weaker left foot, that cross for the assist, which, I mean, how many players can you remember where we've been screaming at them to use their weak foot at times? It's something that has driven me insane a little bit over the years. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, he was great, but I just have this sort of fear inside of me that this Pep roulette thing is going to... We spoke about this on a stream, didn't we, here the other day, that this Pep roulette thing might, hamper him a little bit. Like, Kovacic put in one of his best performances against Tottenham, and then he gets dropped for Nunes, who puts in one of his best performances against Burnley. Is he going to drop Nunes for Brentford? Or is he going to start him? Is he going to let him continue to run? Or is he going to, maybe take him out the limelight and go with someone else? It's Pep all over to take him out and to play neither of, the two midfielders who've had good games. But just on the game against Burnley, like, it was tailor-made for him. That space that Martin was speaking about, the space in the middle of the pitch for, players who are going to run and drive into midfield. Kevin De Bruyne and Matheus Nunes driving in the middle of the pitch, carrying the ball 30, 40 yards. It was tailor-made for them. It was tailor-made. Burnley was set up to fail, which I knew they were going to do that. There's company all over. He's not going to sit back. But yeah, I thought he was really good. I'm excited to see what the future holds. I really do think we have a player there. He's still got stuff to work on, don't get me wrong. Like, I think his final ball still needs a little bit of improvement, but that's stuff that, he can work on in training. He has the perfect people around him to learn off of. He has the perfect manager to learn off of. He can get better at that, but he's got some qualities that you can't coach. Like, you can't coach being big. You can't coach being quick. You can't coach that stuff. So I'm excited. I'm a little bit excited. Again, I don't know, like, Pep's probably going to take him out because it's Pep, innit? But I'm kind of half hoping that he plays against Brentford and get a little bit of a run together.
I keep my stance on Nunes that I think he'll do well at City. I've said this from the off. I genuinely think he'll do well. He's shown glimpses of how the quality that he could bring. And then it's in games like yesterday where he's getting to show it. Yes, it might only be Burnley, but it's the teams that he's getting picked against. Do you know what I mean? He's getting picked for that. I actually didn't expect him to start anyway because Pep's been a bit in and out with him. But I'm adamant. I'll die on this hill that Nunes will have a good career at Man City. I see it a lot of times that people roast him in our chat and that and say he's a flop or he's shit. Whereas I don't think so. I think he's already showing qualities. He's been here for less than a year. Like, you got to give the guy time.
When you're dealing with a fan base like Manchester City's, and this isn't a stray at the fan base, but the fans are used to seeing quality week in, week out. So if you're the new kid in school and no one really knows what you're about, no one really knows what your qualities are, it's quite hard. You have to work hard to start getting the acceptance from the fan base or the people who have watched the Gundoğans, the Yaya Toures, the Agueros, the David Silvas, these kind of guys for ages. So look, I think he's doing well. And the thing with the Pep roulette is, you kind of have to accept when you sign the contract to Manchester City that we're different. We operate differently to Arsenal's or Liverpool's. Like, for Arsenal, Liverpool this Sunday, you could probably pick their starting 11 right now. We could probably all have a very good stab at who's going to start for both teams. Pep doesn't do that. Pep won't do that. Pep will handpick his team based on the opposition. Pep would have been well aware that Burnley will come front-footed, try and get up in our faces and press high. We break that press. There's space in behind. Is Nunes fast? Can he drive with the ball? Can he break into that space? Yes, he can. So let's give him the opportunity. It all depends on the fixture and the task at hand as to what kind of player Pep's going to go with. But what's going to bode well in both Kovacic and Nunes' favours is they both put in very good performances in the last week. And what's going to bode well for us as fans of this team striving for success is we've got two players who we know can play at a very high level now. We've seen them both play very, very well. It's about them consistently doing that when they're called upon, because they're going to be rotated, they're going to be mixed around, but they have to be ready to put in big performances like that when they get the opportunity. So look, I'm very happy. I was gassed with Matheus Nunes when we signed him. I was really excited about it when we signed him. I thought we got him for a good price. We sold Cole Palmer around the same time, and that kind of paid for the Matheus Nunes thing, and it makes sense to me now. It makes sense. We got 5 gifted memberships from Professional L Code.
Yes, cool. I forgot about. You know what? Actually, Pie, mate, I found the Elko. I found it. I lost it on the last stream, but I found it. It was behind the couch. So I've got it.
Maybe leave it behind the couch. Maybe leave it behind the couch.
You know what it is with Nunes? And it's a weird, I don't know what it is with some fans. Because we went for Rice, Bellingham, supposedly, and Paqueta before him, he suddenly became like fourth choice in everyone's head. And everyone went, oh, he's fourth choice midfielder. So he can't be that good. And I think that played into a lot of people going into the season. And we've seen how many players take a year to come into the City team and learn and develop. And then you get the likes of, well, he only does it against the smaller teams. Yeah, that's good then, because then that means we can rest Bernardo or Kevin or whoever down. You're not having to play them continuously. And I've said this, in any army, in any team, you need soldiers. And you've got to build your way into it. Kovacic has not had the CV he's had because he's a load of crap. He's won Champions Leagues and leagues everywhere he's been. Croatia is amazing for him. It's what it is a little bit of that name wasn't big enough for us in our eyes. And it baffles me. It really does baffle me as some fans have this mentality of we've got to have Galacticos in. When have City ever bought a Galactico? By Haaland.
Yeah.
It's not our style. We've never done it.
You know what as well?
People need to be patient, don't they?
I don't care. I hate this mentality of second, third, fourth choice signing. Didn't get the first one that we went in for because
Diaz was fourth choice. Is he crap?
Who?
Diaz.
Ruben Diaz was fourth choice.
I was literally about to say Akanji, Diaz. Like it's the fact of the matter is they are a choice. They wouldn't be on our list of targets unless they were very, very good players. City wouldn't be interested in these guys at all unless they felt they could come in and be very good players for Manchester City. So just because they're not the first name you hear David Ornstein linking us to doesn't mean that they're not a very good player. It's rubbish, really. And Matheus Nunes, he's taken it on very well. He's making the step from Wolves, lower expectation with all due respect, not as quality a team. And he stepped up, and particularly since around the time of the Club World Cup, I think anytime he's been on the pitch, he's been really, really good. So it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But look, we're 8 wins. We're 8 wins on the bounce now in all competitions. That kind of run that people are talking about and wanting to come into reality is it's forming itself. It's forming itself. And people could say, oh, well, you haven't played any big 6 teams and you haven't played any this, that, the other. You can only play what's in front of you. And we're playing really convincing football right now. I feel really good about things right now, Martin. We're moving in a good direction. Things have fallen into place nicely. Players back from injury. You know, Haaland back last night, massive boost. What was it like when he came on the pitch last night? Through the TV, it sounded electric.
Yeah, no, it was. Of course it was. I mean, I won't say about the mess, but because that was fun.
I mean, even Bernardo's laughing on the bench about that.
Yeah, I watched that back. Even they were all laughing about it. Like,
yeah,
look, you could say was it the best 20 minutes cameo? No. But he's coming back from injury and you could say it lifted. I mean, we got a bit of noise in the stadium. Yay! That was the best thing about it. Came on. Got the atmosphere up. But no, of course it's a lift. And, you know, I know what'll happen in 2 or 3 weeks. There'll be, Alvarez is down to the bench and Haaland's in and Alvarez has scored 7 in 7 and that's not fair. It's like, just let us develop. We won 8 on the bounce. We won a trophy in between. Come on. I keep saying it. When's the next crisis video coming out? Monday night? I don't know. Listen, we're doing what we always do. We do bits before January, February is when we go into 5th gear and we put the accelerator down. And it sounds so cliche. It's going to script again.
Yeah.
And 5 years on the bounce, this is not by fluke anymore. This is how Pep does his seasons. So I'm hoping now next season we don't have a meltdown if we lose in like September, October, if we have a couple of dodgy results. And it's like, yeah, we know what's coming. Because I think
trust the process, isn't it?
Pep uses that first 3 months as pre-season, plays around with it, messes around with it, and then we go right. As long as we're in touch, I don't think we're ever going to be that team that, going back to the Centurions. I don't think we'll ever be that team again that blitz the league and wins it by like March, and we're just singing away. I think we'll always be that team that just stays at water level, and then we go. I love it.
I would welcome a season like that, though. I'm getting a bit old now for these title races where it goes down to the last kick of the ball because it's putting grey hair.
Jesus,
you're getting old.
I'm going.
I want to be a wise old owl, man. I want to be a wise old owl. That's what I aspire to be. But I think you're right with the seasons thing. Pep is the true embodiment of it's a marathon, not a sprint, isn't he? Like he totally understands how to pace a season. He totally understands how to control the output throughout the season and when to really click into that top gear. We never got into top gear on Wednesday, did we? We never had to get anywhere close to it. It was just total and utter domination, and it has been in games recently as well. So, yeah, I'm feeling very good about it. Like we've got a decent few fixtures coming up now over the next few weeks. Brentford on Monday could be a semi-difficult one or a difficult one. To be fair, Ivan Toney's back and he's scoring goals. They gave Tottenham a bit of a game the other night as well. So that's not to be taken lightly. But we've been very good throughout over the years, as Martin said, at dealing with these games and dealing with each game as if it's a final. Do you know what I mean? Not taking your foot off the gas for certain fixtures. Like if you looked at the Arsenal fans last season. And I think the club or the team might have made the mistake of they were pinpointing certain games towards the end, saying if we win these games, we'll win the league. And then they started slipping up in games around them. You have to focus on every single game, whether it's Brentford, whether it's Burnley, whether it's Bournemouth, whoever, as if they're cup finals. But yeah, Joe, it's all going well. It's all going well right now, and just hope we can continue that in Brentford on Monday.
Yeah, all by design, albeit a design that scares the life out of me at times. I hate these title races so much. Like, it ages me. I'm the youngest here, and it ages me. I hate it so much. Like, but I guess it is what it is. Like, we've done it that many times. We know how to do it, so I guess it's familiar. Like, if it's a familiar feeling, it can only be a good thing, maybe. Maybe I'm clutching at straws here, but...
Yeah, it ain't broke. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a process that's working for us. Pep seems to feel it out for the first half of the season, and then get into it in the second half, and then we get a team that we're pretty stuck with, and then we get a bit of consistency about it and get on these winning runs. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it, if we could just go the first half and get clear and chilling. But it's just not it.
I mean, no, it's about everyone's gone on about goal difference. Because I heard that when why didn't we took our foot off at 3-0? Because what we're doing is we're game managing during games now. So when we hit March, April, May, we've got so much fuel left in a tank.
Yeah.
The way Liverpool and Arsenal are going, you ever notice this is why they tail off April, May? Because it's great you keep going, put 4, 5, and 6s in. That takes its toll by the end because you're going to keep doing it. And there's the thing, say Liverpool draw, I know this all put some maybes, say they draw Sunday against Arsenal, we're what, 5 points behind with 2 games in hand? Everyone's worrying about this. I get it. Everyone's worried about Anfield coming up in March. But with the run of fixtures we've possibly got and the run of fixtures Liverpool have got, we may be clear by the time we hit March. Not saying we will, but that could also be a possibility. We may be 3, 4, 5 points clear by the time we rock up to Anfield, and we only need a point. I think we're worrying too much into the future of what could come because we're looking at what Liverpool are doing, and we're not looking at what we're doing.
What do we make about the? Sorry, go on, Joe.
Like, I guess that's kind of the thing that you don't really count into, but we've got this good run of fixtures. We've looked at this fixture run and gone, these are all winnable games until we do hit that sort of March period of Anfield and all that. We don't know how our season's going to go in compared to everybody else's season. I'm still trying to bank on the fact that Liverpool's Thursday, Sunday will slip them up at some point, because that's a big thing, because that scheduling is appalling. Like, playing twice a week is bad enough as it is, but playing Thursday, Sunday is atrocious. So I'm still hoping that can slip them up. But, like, I get it. Like, I could see a world in which we are top of the league going into Anfield, and that eases the pressure, because I think, I can't remember who said it on Twitter. I think, Hugh, you might have said it on the stream as well, that we've always had this banker of whenever we've played a Liverpool to catch them up or to stay ahead of them in the league in the second half of the season, it's usually been at home. But it's reversed this season. We're playing them at Anfield in the second game. So it puts a little bit more pressure of, if we're not top, then we might have to go to Anfield and win. That might be a scenario in which we have to do, which puts a lot of pressure on. It's like, the Tottenham game in the FA Cup. I know it's the FA Cup, but if we want to defend a treble, if we want to, push it again and push the boundaries of football, we got to win and score at Tottenham. There was a lot of pressure on that game. And there's a lot of pressure on that Anfield game, more pressure than there usually is, because our record's awful, so there's always a lot of pressure anyway. But add to the fact that it's not a guarantee we're going to be top by that point, even though we have a good run of fixtures, it's not a guarantee. And obviously the big bombshell that Klopp's leaving, that is, they've got this siege mentality now of, their crowd is going to be more up for it than ever, knowing that he's going. So there's so many added variables and so much pressure going into that game at Anfield that, I hope to get that we're top by that point, because it's a scary, scary prospect. But I do genuinely see a world in which we can be. Because again, Liverpool, I mean, they've had an unbelievable start. The only game they lost in the Premier League this season, they shouldn't have lost. Like, that's their start. They should be invincible right now.
Well, it is pretty mad to consider that. But
no, I agree. I get it, and I'm just saying we could be top. I'm thinking more of when we played Liverpool at the Etihad. I didn't see anything that scared anything out of me.
mm-hmm.
You look at Anfield. The thing we're all scared of at Anfield is the atmosphere.
But it's changed since we played them at the Etihad. The Klopp announcing his exit thing was strategic. I maintain it was strategic that he announced it when he did, knowing that with the nature of their club and their fan base, it'll get another 5-10% out of the club entirely for the remainder of this season.
It may, until it goes wrong. Say they lose or draw a game, then you could say it may go the other way.
Well, the wheels could fall off.
Because I agree, it could galvanise them 100%. But name me a manager who's announced a leaving mid-season and finished the season well.
Yeah, the players start to know that.
There was that Van Dijk thing the other day, wasn't there? The quote where he's like, "I don't know what my future holds now that Klopp's leaving." It's interesting to see where the club's going to go. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what's happening there. Like, I guess all it takes is one bad result, and then the wheels slowly start falling off.
And then it's all like puts and maybes, I agree. But I think for me, we said all this last season about the Allianz Arena, the Bernabeu, and everything else. You remember when we got that side of the Champions League, and we've got Bayern, we've got Madrid, and we were all going in heritage clubs, and we smashed them.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm being too confident on Manchester City, but I'm like, as much as we're scared of Liverpool, they'll be scared of us as well. Make no bone about it. They know what's coming to their place as well. This isn't Accrington Stanley rocking up into Anfield at the same time. This is world champions with a fully fit squad.
The added pressure, like I say, look, the nature that comes with Klopp announcing his exit is that the siege mentality develops, at least for now, for kind of January, February, March. But if they're in a position where they can win the Premier League come the last 6-7 games, 5 to 7 games, the pressure starts to build big time because they know they're coming to the end. They have a chance to win Klopp a Premier League. That's mental pressure as well. All the added things on top of we need to win Klopp the Premier League. We want to win Klopp's Premier League. That's added pressure as well. But I mean, looking at Liverpool, you're saying it might take one bad result or one dropping of points to slightly derail them or potentially derail them. Do any of you see this Sunday being a banana skin for them? Do any of you see, having watched Arsenal the other day as well, potentially taking something off Liverpool in the Emirates, of course, as well? So if they're going to do it, it's going to be here.
Yeah, I see a draw.
Yeah, I was going to say a draw. I don't know. I don't see Arsenal winning that game, but I can see them drawing. Definitely.
The big thing is Emirates. Yeah, that's the big thing. It's at the Emirates, and Arsenal's season's technically on the line here. If Liverpool win, Arsenal are out the title race. You can count themselves out the title race. So, their season, their Premier League season is on the line this weekend. They have to get something. A draw's still not great either. They probably need to win, if anything. They can do it. They can definitely do it. They're at home, which is the big thing for me is they already have played at Anfield, but it's going to be one hell of a task because
their own fans have said it. Their own fans have said if they lose this weekend, they're out. Because
it's a tough ask.
8 points behind, and then they've got City. We've still got a game in hand. Well, we'll have two in hand.
They've still got to play us at the Etihad as well.
Still got to play us. They won't be able to beat Liverpool anymore because they'll have played both fixtures. So Arsenal are then not relying on just one team to drop. They're relying on two teams to drop and lose 3-4 games.
City and Liverpool won't do that. Arsenal need to win, man. If Arsenal want to have any say in this title race, they need to win.
That's for me. I don't think it'll be as easy for Liverpool. Liverpool will give them one hell of a game. Liverpool are exactly where I thought they'd be as our main challengers. But I just, for some reason, I see a draw. And a draw for me is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because then it gives us that when City have to win, they win.
If they draw as well, it almost it distances a little bit from Arsenal as well as it gains us on Liverpool. You're opening a gap both ways, basically. Or opening a gap and closing the gap. Whereas if Arsenal win and Liverpool lose, we're just both us and Arsenal both closing that gap on Liverpool. If it's a draw, it's kind of it's separating it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is what I want to see.
At the same time, though, I have more confidence on beating Arsenal at home than Liverpool away. So, an Arsenal win is not, terrible.
That's it. I want the best result for me is probably Arsenal winning because I do feel like Arsenal sort of going throughout the season will end up dropping off. I don't see them going the whole way. So I'd prefer an Arsenal winning this weekend. A draw, absolutely perfect. That's fine for me as well. Liverpool win is just not a good result for us.
I have a feeling that if Liverpool, my good feeling is that if Liverpool were to win at the Emirates on Sunday, it is Sunday, isn't it? It's not tomorrow. It's Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, because some people in the chat are saying tomorrow, but it's Sunday. If Liverpool to win at the Emirates, they'll go on a mad run or continue their mad run. They're on a mad run as it is, but
it didn't matter. Our away record's better than our own.
Yeah, that's so mad that. I was actually thinking about that, and I was thinking, who said that? And it was you, Martin, on a stream a few weeks back about how our away record is better this season.
Tottenham are now top of the away record because they played a game more away than we have. But we'd be top.
Yeah.
We've earned the second most points on games we've done away from home.
Crazy.
Liverpool.
So what you're saying is this is the year we win.
You know where Liverpool are in the away table?
Go on.
Ninth.
Played 7, won 2, and drawn 4.
What?
Wow. A lot of draws. Do you remember the 18-19? That was what derailed them. They just drew 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
They kept drawing games, and then we caught up to them. They didn't lose. They only lost 1 game, and that was to us. But they just kept drawing.
The home record, we're 5th. What I mean, I just think comes back to everything. They're on about the atmosphere. Our away fans are the best away fans in the league for me. Best away fans. So
without a doubt, I agree.
But we're going to go there and we'll give them some atmosphere as well. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, fit KDB, a fit rolling Erling Haaland. Your back line's all fit now. Doku could be running at them, or Grealish, or however he does it. But that fit Bernardo Silva. I mean, our bench is going to be something when we walk into Anfield. Never mind the 11. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm too confident in this team. I don't know, but I'm just. Records are there to be broke. I remember not winning at the Swamp for 40 years. And then we smacked them, we beat them on the Munich anniversary with Benjani, and then we smacked them 6-1. Records end.
Yeah.
I like that. I rate that. That's the kind of we're going to get Martin in for a motivational speech before that Anfield game.
But how good that?
Yeah.
Klopp's last game against Pep.
That's huge. That's
and
huge.
Pep sends him away with an L.
Yeah, we need that. We need that. Inject that. That's what we need.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, Pep's record against Klopp, at least in English football, isn't actually that great. It's kind of 50-50.
Yeah, I think
a lot of
it's
draws.
50-50. I think it's pretty even. Yeah.
A lot of draws. They're always blockbuster games, though. I don't know. It kind of look. We're previewing a game that's it's quite a while away, isn't it? There's a lot of water to go under the bridge before we go to Anfield.
Yeah, we've got about 9 games before it.
Yeah.
But no, look, there's no doubt that it's one you can mark on your calendar and say it's going to be significant. Whatever happens between now and then, it's going to be a significant game. That day.
I'm available £200 an hour, motivational speech, whatever you want. Email below.
Don't be getting any ideas, Martin. We're not giving you that kind of money here yet. Second City Saints says, big game tomorrow for Arsenal. If Liverpool win, I don't see them losing any games in the Premier League. We might have to beat them at Anfield to win the league for the four-peat.
Yeah, could be a thing.
I mean, look, there's a lot of ways you could look at it. We've kind of looked at most of the ways now, which is that, the Klopp announcing his exit will get them the siege mentality, which they could go on to in every single game. But then, as Martin says, there's the what happens if they do drop points? How do they pick themselves up if they're to go and, say, lose on Sunday? How does that affect them? How does that derail them? I'm not saying Arsenal and Liverpool are the same, but if you remember last season with Arsenal, towards the end, once they dropped points once, it was like a domino effect. They started dropping points every week. And look, whatever about Jurgen Klopp being there, it still is a different Liverpool team to the one that we faced in those title races over the years. You know what I mean? They're missing leaders, Mane's, Firmino's, Henderson's, Fabinho's, Wijnaldum's, whoever. They're missing a lot of the core players from those title races. How can this Klopp Liverpool fare up in a title race? Should they go the distance with us? It remains to be seen. Big up for the super chat, Second City Saint. Nathan Gray here says Arsenal have to win for their own sake. I think we can kind of all agree on that. That if Arsenal are to lose on Sunday, finish, lads. Yeah.
It's a mountain. It's an absolute mountain from.
If they get beat, they're in a top 4 race.
Yeah.
I can't sit here and say Arsenal being 8 points ahead at the top of the league last season can go and catch currently unbeatable Liverpool side 8 points behind after losing to them. They just don't have that about them. I can't back them to do that now.
I think if Arsenal to lose to Liverpool, it derails the whole season. I think it gets worse for them because they were a team that before this season started, their ambition was to win the Premier League. It had to be. After the season they had last season, they had to be planning or working towards winning the Premier League. And then to get to kind of middle of February or the start of February and it's looking peak for you, the mentality in that dressing room will be damaged badly. It will be a position they did not expect to be in whatsoever. Through their own performances, so I think it's a final for them almost. Nathan,
are they going to go trophyless again? Because they won't win the Champions League on the return. They won't do that. Are they out the FA Cup? Or are they still in that? I don't know.
They're out.
No, they're out.
They're out. Are they going to go trophyless again then? Is that just their season then? If they lose,
does Arteta walk? Or does he get sacked?
If they lose on Sunday, are they just confined to just trophyless again? They won the McDonald's dinner plate.
I'm more thinking how much more money can you spend and not win out before you go, right, let's have a chat.
How many positions can they get better at before you look at the manager and go, well, maybe we should try something different there? Because I'm not an expert, but
they've not brought free transfers in here.
Exactly, they have
spent over 200 million in the summer.
Yeah, they have spent cash. I think they'll stick with Arteta, but I think the pressure will be on him definitely. Pressure will start to mount up this season.
I think they can get a 9. I think they can get a 9, a goal scorer, and that's about it for like improvements.
I'm surprised they didn't go for one in January.
They thought they were clever when they got Gabby.
Yeah, we all tried telling him about Gabby and his inconsistencies, but none of them would listen to us. Do you know, when he turned up, they're all hailing him as the next best thing, and we're like, no, just wait. Like, I love Gabby to bits.
Just you wait till he's
I love Gabby to bits.
30 goal getter.
He's not that guy.
remember saying on the Big Six when some people were gassing him up as he's going to be like R9 for Arsenal type thing. I was like, look, think about the players he played with at Manchester City: De Bruyne's, Mahrez, Bernardo's, David Silva's. His highest goal scoring season was 14. That's really, really not a good return. Pep moved him out to the wing because he didn't feel he was suitable to playing at number 9.
What was it we always used to say? He was the only number 9 employed by the club, and we decided to play without a 9 for 2 seasons.
And then he went and phoned his mum.
Yeah.
And then he went on the phone and cried to his mum because he wasn't picked.
No,
Zinchenko was picked at false 9.
We had a match against PSG where Zinchenko played as a false 9 and Jesus was on the bench and he phoned his mum and cried. That was peak.
Scary thing is with Arsenal, they haven't got champions mentality till they get that. And I saw that when they beat us 1-0 the Emirates, you'd think the Champions League trophy was coming out into the centre of the pitch. And they were having a bus parade outside afterwards. And that to me
in October just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. Got punched in the back of the head. They were all over the place. They were
here's
mad.
The thing. That's my issue. We get beat. We go, yeah, we have a bitch and a moan, but we go, right, we move on to the next one. If they lose, they have a meltdown. Or if they win, it's like they won the Champions League.
Yeah, a trophy for every
They're
game.
too busy at the minute trying to win little battles. They're not thinking of any kind of war at the end. They're thinking of little battles. And until they come out of this mentality, they'll never win the title. Because they've got to start thinking. You said it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't care if you take 3 points off us in September. What do you do? Have a bus parade. Well done. That's United's mentality down the road. You know, they watch the parade when they beat us in a derby. Well done.
It's too emotional. This is what happened last season. Arteta getting booked every other week for stepping onto the pitch and going crazy, and they're too emotional.
I like that. They're not thinking of the war at the end. They're trying to win the little battles. This is why Martin is the resident wise old owl, man. I like that. I like that phrase. Amar with the 2 pen as well. Pick up Amar. Arsenal should have been 5-0 up in the FA Cup game. Which game? Oh, the game against us last season. That was on about.
No, the one that
the Liverpool one with the smash and grab. They should. They put Kai Havertz up for it. Kai Havertz is another one. £60 million, he'd solve all their goal scoring issues. That's another one.
It's another questionable decision from him. Like, why are you not going getting a goal scorer, a number 9 goal scorer?
I did see someone on Twitter point out actually. Arteta's in terms of like links and rumored signings for Arteta wanted a left hand side of Zinchenko, Havertz, and Mudryk. Could you imagine that as a left hand side in the Premier League? That's awful. That's awful.
They should have got Tony, but he's been loyal to Brent.
Could you imagine Chelsea? Like, you think about one of them skits on TikTok or something, don't you, where they ring up and they go, "How much for Kai Havertz?" "Oh, he's taking the piss, this guy. Look." No, it was a real bid. He went, "Thanks very much, 65 mil."
They must have been scenes at Chelsea when they got that.
Drove by limousine to the Emirates. Yeah. There you go. Red carpet out.
The thing is, with Havertz
as well, not had a good record.
Havertz is the reason that they couldn't go and buy a big dog striker this transfer window, because spending that extra 65 million on Havertz was essentially what tipped them over the edge or put them really close to the edge when it comes to FFP. They didn't have the money this January to go and, like, if they had genuine ambitions of going on to win the Premier League and they felt a big striker like a Tony or an Osimhen was what they needed, they couldn't go and do it. They didn't have the finances for it. So, you know, and he's the highest earner at the club. Did you guys see that? Havertz is the highest earner at Arsenal Football Club. Do you know how crazy that is?
Yeah,
Havertz.
Questionable transfer business from Arteta, to say the least.
Wild, man. Wild.
We've got the best CDM, haven't they, in world football? Best striker in world football. Best left back in world football.
Yeah, well, we heard all that. We heard all those exact same phrases from the Liverpool fans when we went on to win the title every season. So it's not worth engaging. Mohammed, we should get a special trophy if we do 4 in a row.
A gold prem.
Do we agree with that?
Yeah,
it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
We didn't get a gold Champions League, by the way. Still waiting for the gold Champions League to play. Because, you know, when Arsenal tell us they went unbeaten, they were invincible in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I just tell them, we were invincible in the Champions League. See you later.
I don't think they'll do a gold prem again. I don't know why. If a gold prem was going to be given, it should have been for the Centurions.
Yeah.
The Centurions is more impressive. The Centurions is more impressive.
100 points is wild.
It's more impressive than going unbeaten. 12 draws. You're having a laugh.
Yeah.
If you drew 12 games nowadays, you won't win the league.
What's a mad?
Professional L code. After the season, do you think Arteta will be sacked, or will he stay one more season and then get sacked?
Stay another season.
I was going to ask this. It's slightly off topic, but slightly related. Does anybody think that Arteta could be sniffing around the Barca job?
There was links.
That's all.
There's links to it, yeah.
There was that one Barcelona news outlet on Twitter who tried to say that he was going to leave, which was proved false. And Arteta said it was false
shut
himself.
it down. He shut it down, which obviously is what he should do. I don't see him leaving Arteta. I don't think he'll walk from it.
He's a Catalan.
He won't walk at the end of this season. Not this season. He'll give it at least another go.
Yeah,
he's from Catalonia, if I'm not mistaken. Like he's a Barca kind of guy. So I don't know. Could be tempting. Mm-hmm. Nathan Gray, if they had any ambition, Tony would have been got. Can't afford him, Nathan, mate. Can't afford him. They're too close to the FFP threshold. I'm no expert when it comes to FFP, but from what I read about the situation, if they had gone and spent the kind of money Brentford won for Ivan Toney, they'd have put themselves in a sticky situation. But no doubt Ivan Toney would have been, a big signing. Akshit, remember for 11 months, you're getting close to a year now. Akshit, City were called a team without a striker when Jesus played for us. That's what we were kind of saying already, wasn't it? Big up for all the super chats, guys. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Bro, do you want to go into the Fantasy 5 thing?
Yeah, there is. This stream's been sponsored by Fantasy 5, Big Up to Fantasy 5. They have basically kind of like Fantasy Premier League. It's 5-a-side team that you pick, and they have you pick one from each game at the weekend that are selected from 5 fixtures, and they have like points. So like players have 6.5 points. Say if a player gets a goal, that's 5 points. Say they do 90 minutes, that's an extra 2. And you've got to basically pick 5 players that beat their target score. So the plan now, chat, you can get involved, is pick a team for this weekend, because we're going to win 5k, right? And us 4 are going to split it. We're going to win 5k on this right now, and we're going to split it, and we're going to go out and have a big sesh, right? And if we don't, then we're really disappointed. So, first match is Newcastle against Luton. Who do we think in Newcastle against Luton would beat a score of 6.5? You get 2 points for 90 minutes, 5 points for a goal. That's the easiest. The Isak's not available for the game.
I'd go Ogbene.
Ogbene for Luton. You think a Luton player get a goal against Newcastle?
Bro, I swear he bagged a few the other night, and he's Irish. Big up Ogbene.
Oh yeah. So there's a bit of bias in here, then, isn't there? So yeah, of course you go Ogbene. You know what, right?
But yeah, bias aside, we're trying to win 5 grand.
Luton keeper. We're trying to win 5k here, mate. Luton keeper. Also, be gamble away 18 plus on that.
Don't do it tonight.
Yeah, don't do it tonight. If you're a footballer watching this, do not download this app. But for everyone else, get on it. Yeah, the link is in the description, chat. And if you want to screenshot your team and send it us on @CityExtraPod, we'll have a look for it. Good shout for a keeper.
Oh my God. Was that Anthony Gordon on 8.5? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so some of them are quite high. So the Luton keeper, did they play Kaminsky?
Do you not think Gordon could hit 8.5 against Luton, though?
2 goals, Gordon. That'd be 10 straight away.
How many points do you get for an assist?
I'm not sure how many it is for assist. I need to check it.
The thing is with this, like, they've had 2 winners for this jackpot already this season. Like, people actually win it, and you can also win other prizes like PS5s and
they give out actual prizes and that, not just the 5 grand. They give out prizes and stuff as well.
We play it on the Big Six every week. Like, even when we're not promoting it, we all play it because you can actually win it. Like, there's no joke. People win this stuff.
I've got the rules. I went on Google.
There you go. Fantasy 5 are actually in the chat. Big up Fantasy 5.
Same scoring as FPL.
Same scoring as FPL. So 3 points for an assist.
Okay.
3 points for an assist. Oh, Gordon, Gordon's the guy. Then again,
I back Anthony Gordon here. You know,
the guy's in form.
3 points for an assist. Is he a midfielder? Because that's 5 for a goal.
I'm going Ogbene. I don't care. I'm going Ogbene.
Nah, you're going Ogbene because you're overruled just because you're Irish heritage.
You do your own. See if you win.
Fantasy 5. Give me a W in the chat if Ogbene is a good shout.
You're asking the actual guy for his own.
I'm building my own team here as well. While you guys work.
Inside knowledge here. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's cheating.
Okay, what happens if I win the 5 bags with Ogbene and you lot don't? Then you still want some of my 5 bags,
bro? He's put L. Fantasy 5 is saying the actual Fantasy 5 is saying it's an L, right? So it's an absolute L.
I'm out of here.
Yeah,
he's gone. He's had enough.
I'm saying Gordon.
Play fantasy league then.
I'm saying Anthony Gordon. I think that's a shout.
Goal. For a goal and an assist, pretty much.
Anthony Gordon. It's free to do as well, people. You can literally all of you. There's 160 in the building. All of you can do this for free and have a chance of winning 5k. So
Anthony Gordon could get an assist and a goal in that.
It's a
Anthony
goal and
Gordon's
assist
in.
or like a couple of an assist. Well, actually, if they keep a clean sheet, I'm trying to work it out. 8 points. So he needs 9 points. So he gets if they keep a clean sheet, Newcastle, he'll get a point as well.
Will Gordon get a point for that?
Gordon gets a point if he's classed as a midfielder. He gets a point.
He is classed in midfielder mode.
So he gets a point for that. He should get 2 for playing more than an hour. So that's 3 points. And then if he scores, that's an extra 5. So that's 8 points. It's like a goal and an assist, or like a couple of assists. Good.
Yeah, I back Gordon. Right, Sheffield United against Aston Villa. My head instantly goes to Aston Villa because they're sick this season.
If Ogbene cooks, I'm going to dunk on all of you.
Yeah.
Watkins is going to be so high. 9.5. Jesus Christ.
Villa are in shocking form.
Yeah.
So you're saying Sheffield could get something?
I
reckon they could get a goal. I reckon they could get a goal.
I think they beat them.
McAtee.
What's McAtee saying? 6.5.
6.5.
So it's like a goal. I don't think he'd get it if he gets an assist. He'd have to score.
Is Holgate in there?
In the midfield,
yeah.
Defense, it would be Holgate.
I'd go McGinn or Douglas Luiz personally for Villa.
Douglas Luiz, Douglas Luiz on McGinn. Douglas Luiz is a 7.5.
McGinn
is a 7.5 as well.
It's a bit much, unless you think either of them are going to score.
Well, they get two points for playing their 90 minutes. So
I'll let you lads decide because I've got.
Yeah, but he'd need another 6. He'd need another 6, and a goal's only worth 5.
Listen, if one of you guys win the 5k this weekend, we'll put up a free competition for your community to win a prize. Mate, we're winning it this weekend. I'm telling you right now, we've already won it. Right.
The thing is with the 7.5, you need a goal and an assist, or like 2 assists.
Fantasy 5, man. I hope you're this friendly when you're sending us the 5 bags. You better be this nice when you're sending me 5 bags. Because...
Yeah. When you're writing that 5 bags check, mate, I want to smile on your face when you're sending us that money. Right. Should we just throw something in? Kamara's actually a good shout, but
no.
4.5.
This is going to be a
I wouldn't go Kamara.
We're only on
I
match
won't go
number 2.
Kamara.
We need to be picking players. Right, quickly. Everyone, who are you going for, Hugh?
Douglas Luiz.
Right, I think I vote Douglas Luiz as well. I like the idea of that.
I'll throw my hat in for Douglas Luiz as well.
Oh, there you go.
Goal and a clean sheet for a midfielder. Ooh.
Douglas Luiz. Oh,
I don't know about that. I reckon Sheffield United get a goal.
He's not getting a goal. No. John McGinn.
Do you know what? I reckon Sheffield United get at least a goal. So if we're banging on a clean sheet, I say no.
You know what I'm going for? You're going to get McAtee.
I'd go McAtee because all he needs is a goal. He goes a goal and plays an hour.
Right, he's in. You convinced me. Mids get +1 for a clean sheet, like you said, Joe. Right, okay. United, West Ham.
So no one from United.
So we're not allowed to choose United players. Not a chance.
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm joking.
Do it.
Calvin Phillips, 5.5. Oh.
Phillips screamer against United.
To the opposition.
Wait. Ward Prowse to shout. Free kicks.
Who else? Who else have they got? What about Kudus? What's Kudus' point?
Jarrod Bowen.
Yeah, in fact, Bowen has to be Jarrod Bowen. 7.5 has to be Jarrod Bowen.
I say Jarrod Bowen as well.
Right, Chelsea Wolves.
Oh dear.
You know it's bad when you know it's bad when we all react like that. Chat, if you want to get involved, it is UK and Ireland only at the moment for this version of it. Is Boyle Sports Fantasy 5. The link is in the description, and screenshot your teams when you've done your teams. Send us on Twitter.
Yeah, what Chelsea turns up? Are they going to stick 4 in, or are they going to concede 4?
Nkunku scored a good goal the other day.
Neto. I think it has to be Neto. It has to be Neto. He's so cold.
What's
Neto is a
points for
baller,
Neto? What's the points for Neto?
7.5. That's pretty decent.
That's decent. That
Right, we'll launch him in.
A goal and a clean sheet.
Yeah, a goal and a clean sheet against 7.5.
Neto get the clean sheet.
Yeah, he can. Chelsea ain't scoring that many goals these days.
I know what they say. What Chelsea turn up.
Arsenal,
the 10th place one, Martin. The one that's been around for.
I know they were like 6 2 weeks ago.
Chelsea always seem to score, though, don't they? You got a goal at Anfield.
They're all saying Palmer Pen.
Palmer Pen is actually a very big shout.
Ooh. Go back. See what Palmer's points are.
See what Palmer's points are. We're so indecisive.
Yeah.
I'm Sterling, he'll miss.
8.5.
Jesus Christ. No.
Yeah, let's stick with Pedro Neto.
8.5.
I think it's because of the pens.
He takes
because of the pens, isn't it? Yeah.
So if he gets one, he'll get 5.
Right, last player for our team then. That's going to get us 5k. And then Fantasy 5.
Jota loves a game against
Is
Arsenal.
Salah back?
No, he's injured.
Oh, damn.
I seen a picture of him.
No, he's not injured. Don't lie, Joe.
Well,
he's not injured.
they tell us he's injured. All right, they tell us he's injured. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
You wait home early.
Caribbean race is unsure. Jota or Nunes? I think Jota
always scores against Arsenal.
He always. He said Nunes.
In fact, I seen a room that Nunes is actually not available for this weekend.
I saw someone on Anfield Agenda. Craig from Anfield Agenda did a video or a stream today saying he was injured, Nunes. So
right,
and he hit the post 4 times against Chelsea.
Chat. Are we WRL team that's going to get us 5k and Fantasy 5 going to send us loads of money?
Gordon, McAtee, Bowen, Neto, and Diogo Jota. I think we're rich. I think Fantasy 5 is going to have a bad weekend.
$5,000 is coming our way. Also, there's 2 jackpot winners this season, apparently, it says.
Yeah, it is. And there's people win other prizes like PS5s. And,
you get iPads and that. You can win an iPad, things like that, AirPods. Do you know what I mean? For finishing, they have a league table basically. You get points and you go into like a league table, and then if you're finishing first, you get prizes and stuff.
Is Gordon a midfielder?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of our team is midfielders.
It kind of concerns me. We've picked only midfielders, and every single one of them is like 7.5, apart from James McAtee 6.5. Gordon is 8.5.
Didn't he say midfielders was a goal and a clean sheet?
A goal's 5 points and a clean sheet is a point. Plus the 90 for 2 points. That's 8 points.
Do they get assist points?
They get assists. They get 3 for an assist. So we're bagging on Gordon to get like 2.
Assist. So James McAtee could do with an assist.
So we're bagging on 2 goals and 2 assists from Gordon.
Well, no, because he gets 2 points. If he gets 2 points for the 90 minutes and a goal and an assist, he'll do it.
Right.
A goal, assist, and play the 90 minutes.
And Gordon,
I don't think Gordon plays the 90 minutes, to be fair.
Well, he's played over an hour, isn't it? 2 points.
I think we're
over an hour.
Oh yeah, play 60 minutes. Yeah, 2 points. So you only have to play an hour, and he'll do that. He'll play 60 minutes.
Play an hour, get a goal and an assist. He got the points.
Yeah, so play 60 minutes, get the points. Bowen will play 60 minutes. He'll get 2 points there. If he gets a goal, He's got 5 on top of that. Then we just need an assist. So
Yeah,
an assist or a clean sheet against Man United.
Or a clean sheet. Because all these midfielders get points if they get a clean sheet as
They get
well.
an extra point if they get a clean sheet, which I can use.
Yeah.
Right.
This
that's our
this
fantasy
is our-
5 team.
Yeah, it's confirmed. It is in. Team selection confirmed, mate. Fantasy
Right.
5. We are going to win it this week. If you want to win it, then the link is in the description. Like I say, UK and Ireland at the moment in time for the Ball Spurts version of this game. Click the link, sign up. It's free sign up. You can win 5k. You can win prizes. Screenshot your team, send them us on Twitter, and prove that you can do better than us, right? Because we're splitting that 5k between us, not you, chat. You ain't getting none of that. This is our 5k.
Wait till you see my team in about an hour.
Yeah,
Big up to
Martin
Fantasy
and
5
Joe,
and sponsor the team as well.
Martin and Joe, I want to see you guys build teams, and I want to see you guys in the chat.
Yeah,
Let's see
I
what
want you two on it. And yeah, and
You don't want to see
Joe
me.
needs to
let's
be
see
on
you lot in the chat, man. You lot in the chat. Let's see your ball
Yeah.
runners. You're all laughing at our
I'm
team. Let's
bottom
see your
in
team.
my own fantasy league. I'm bottom in my own fantasy league.
Why would we trust in your opinion then, Martin?
I've had Haaland as captain and in my starting 11 and forgot to take him out for the last 7 weeks. Well,
I have to shoot over to the Big Six now. It's starting at 7, but I'm going to leave you guys to continue chatting. Yes, lads. Big up Mac for the 14 months. I'm going to leave you with the super chat, and I think there's some transfers if you want to talk about that. Kimmich, Musiala, and someone else.
To be fair, I was going to do a transfer stream at the weekend because there's quite a bit of time until.
Right, well, I'm going to shoot anyway because I'm late. Big up Fantasy 5. I can't wait to see that check arriving in my door Monday morning. In a bit.
Do you know bank Damn. It takes 5 working days.
Yeah. Fantasy 5 in the chat as well as put good luck, lads. The 5k jackpot available to win every single week. So when the fellas win,
No way
it'll be available again
I'm
next week.
in a Ferrari jersey already. No way.
Oh yeah, that's bad. That from Jamie.
They're quick with it.
Yeah, so that means that basically we can win that every week. So Fantasy 5 going to be getting us on big money. So Jamie, yes, with the 2. Would you be happy if Mikel replaced Pep? I don't think so.
I
don't
want to be happy now.
Yeah, I just there's levels to it. There's levels to it. It's just not a thing right now. It's not a thing.
I know who I want, but I ain't Mikel.
Who do you want, Martin?
Well, who I think they'll get. I think they'll go after Ange.
Really? I'd love Ange. I have like a proper soft spot for Ange.
It's not a question.
You know, he's CFG grown enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a question because he used to be here. He used to be in the system.
And apparently they've been watching him for a long time. From Yokohama to Celtic.
He's so
I've come
funny
off
as
my
well.
Brendan Rodgers train now.
Yeah, finally. Only just.
You know,
Only
the Brendan Rodgers debate has been there for a long time. Section goals, me and my Brendan Rodgers. Love him.
Who would you have, Joe? Would you take Arteta?
I wouldn't take Arteta, no. I think I wouldn't do that. I don't know.
I think the general consensus is no.
Nah. And Ange's a good shout. I've seen Section 20 saying the guy who manages Girona. I don't think he's the worst shout in the world.
Has he done it long enough, though?
Well, by the time the manager's job becomes available, then maybe. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's true. We don't add to that.
Because it's not like
Pep
the
stays,
manager's
but-
job's up at the end of the season. And it's like, oh, we need someone to
Like
replace
this
Pep.
Alonso thing, is Alonso just having a very good season? I want to
is it
see
a
him
one-off?
manage to do it.
Oh, he's got Liverpool written all over him.
No, I know, I agree.
Honestly.
I think he will, but I just, you see, I do.
Yeah.
I do think Liverpool, but then I'm like, I can still see him going to Bayern. I don't know. There's something about Alonso and Bayern that won't go away from my head.
Yeah, it's
Well, there is
Alonso
obviously.
Bayern looks good. That looks like another.
See, in
one.
my head, I've got Verts and
Tuchel to
Alonso
Liverpool.
both going to Bayern.
He did Tuchel to Liverpool.
Oh yeah,
Could
then
you imagine?
Tuchel's Liverpool, man.
Could you imagine?
It'd be
Kick
fun.
kick off.
Hey,
Kick off.
Someone on Twitter was telling everyone an exclusive that Pep was on his way to Liverpool.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah, as you do. As you do.
There were loads of people bought it. They were like, yeah, he's had a meeting secretly. No, he hasn't.
Max OJ with 14 months. Big up Max OJ, mate. He says yes, lads, yes, mate. Right then, it's been over an hour. To wrap up the show, score predictions for the weekend then, lads, for the Liverpool Arsenal game. I think it's a draw. I think it's gonna be a 2-2 or a 1-1. Either of them two. I think 2-2 or 1-1. I think that's
What,
my
Liverpool, Arsenal, or us?
Liverpool Arsenal, and then we'll go on to ours.
One each.
Ooh, 1 each. What you say, Joe?
My heart says 2-1 Arsenal, but my head says 2-1 Liverpool. I don't know if I can back a draw because one of them is going to be losing and one of them is going to go for broke. One of them is going to go for broke because Arsenal know their season's on the line. So if it's 1-1, I think Arsenal go for broke, and they could lose just off the back of going for it.
I think it finished a draw. I think it finished 2-2. 2-2 stinks.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I think a draw.
I think the draw
Arsenal
keeps
some lifeline.
It's a lifeline. Yeah, a draw just keeps them
they go for
where
it,
they're at.
Picks off like they did in the FA Cup. That's my thing for me. They lose, they are out.
And if they were to go for it, I'd be questioning Arteta's tactics.
Yeah.
So like, why have you done that for? Why have you risked it all when you could have got a point against Liverpool, which is great in a season like this?
Do you remember Eddie Howe did it in the Champions League, did it, against AC Milan? They were in the Europa League.
They needed a win for the Champions League.
And then they went out of everything.
Yeah, they basically they bit off more like a
But it screams like, Arteta though, doesn't he? Arteta's the type of man who's going to go for it, isn't he?
It does shout. Yeah. And that is why he'll get questioned as well. And then I can see him doing that. It's not I can see him doing that.
I'm going to be a Debbie Downer and go 2-1 Liverpool. Oh, they are so good
I
at
nearly
the
said 0-0 because I think this is going to be a dour game.
It's one of them ones, isn't it, where you think, oh, that'd be a great game at the weekend. Then you watch it and you go, fucking hell, wasting my time.
Well, Arteta out tactics himself and just stupid. Do you remember the game against Studs where it was like the biggest game of chess ever and it was the most boring watch when we lost 1-0 the Emirates because Arteta and Pep were basically playing 4D chess against each other and it was like, would one of you just do something exciting?
Was one each at Anfield, wasn't it? Was it one each?
Yes. But they drew, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it was 1-1.
Because the thing is, you've got if Martinelli's playing him way kind of back into form.
Yeah.
So does Trent go or does Trent stay? Because he's got Martinelli, and then you got Saka. Arsenal have got dangers.
Yeah.
Liverpool have still got, and I just think they'll end up cancelling each other out.
Yeah. I mean, I think
watch it be like 5-0 to someone.
Yeah, everything completely wrong. And then for City on Monday, then what we're saying, Brentford away.
Does Haaland start?
I think he does start. Pep in the press conference today.
He said he can.
Yeah, I reckon Haaland starts.
Arsenal. This is the thing. I love Alvarez, but he's going back to the bench for the next.
There's a seat there calling his name, waiting for him.
He'll get eaten alive, Alvarez, if he plays against Brentford because they are huge at the back.
Do you know what I want to see? Foden and KDB unleashed into that midfield, but I know he won't.
That'd be incredible.
I know he won't.
He won't do it.
I don't think we'll see that.
But my thing is, it's the only thing I can't decide though is it who goes in the middle? Because, like you said, Joe, it's harsh to drop Kovacic. It's really harsh to drop Nunes, but it's harsh to leave Bernardo sat on the bench for 2 games.
Yeah, that's.
You got to remember, we're now back at fully fit squad. So now we're back at a problem. And then does Grealish come back?
Grealish has been sat on the bench for like 3 games.
Yeah,
I reckon he comes back in for this one.
I think he does.
I think he starts. Game. Away against Brentford, I think he starts. Do you remember, honestly, like a month ago, we were all losing our minds at. Do you remember going to Villa Park, having a midfield of 2 defenders and a number 9?
Yeah.
We had no midfielders.
Can you go, son? Get bullied.
And now we're going away to Brentford and going, which midfielders does he pick? We've got so many options.
Do you know what I think Gavardio, sounds harsh, will get rotated the weekend.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah. Diaz comes back in.
I think
Ake goes back to left.
Yeah. I think he'll be Ake left back, Walker right, Stones Diaz.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I think I I think you could see Grealish on the left and Bernardo on the right. I think, but then it's harsh to drop Phil Foden.
It's more likely to be Foden on the
That's
right
why I
and
want
Bernardo
Foden
in
and KDB in the
midfield.
middle.
Yeah. Well, Bernardo mid with.
Well, if you
Kev.
put Bernardo and Foden on the pitch, you can easily change it. Like, you could put Foden in the middle, put Bernardo out on the right. And then if that's, if we're getting overrun in midfield or whatever, or they're cutting through us, you swap them around. Instead of having to make a sub or, stick with it, you can swap them around.
Yeah, it's fluid, isn't it? They'll...
It's like Nunes. Yeah, I know people, some call it rotate, some call how much is Nunes? He's not even played like 4 games, come back,
I know.
puts man of the match in, and then back to the bench.
And back to the bench. Seen a bit, mate.
It's like the point, Joe, like how do you get a consistent run out of someone if you don't give them the 3? But you back to the Calvin Phillips scenario again.
Mm-hmm.
You never.
That's why it's so difficult for us to sign
run.
players like that, because you can't. If they're looking at these, if you're a player that's going to come in, sit in, be second choice kind of thing, and then you want to, they go, yeah, come in, you can work your way into the team. Can you really work your way into the team? Because we have so many midfielders that you're just going to get thrown. Like, I feel sorry for Nunes because he's putting in good performances. And yet, as fans, we're not going to the next game, knowing how well he played, going, yeah, Nunes definitely starts. It's just, right, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo, Rodri. I mean, it's just back to the standard. We just know Pep ain't going to pick Nunes again.
And we've been linked with 2 mids today without Paquetá.
Yeah.
We've got Savio we've been linked with. Oh, and you want to get Oscar Bob in the team.
Yeah. It's
what we're doing
insane.
here. We're playing fantasy football. It's like...
Do you know how we all know... We know Pep is like midfield mad, but he's definitely showing us his midfield mad. He loves it. We've stacked in midfielders, and all we get linked with is midfielders, and we still don't even have a left back. Just midfielders.
After all of these midfielders that we do have, they all become unavailable at the exact same time, and we have none of them for like a couple of games.
Yeah. That's fair.
I think they all go into training and kick shit out of each other in the middle at one point.
That's why they all keep getting injured.
Yeah,
they all keep getting injured, like little 2-week injuries, because they're all kicking lumps out of each other in training, going, it's my spot.
They're not injuries. The niggles. Come on.
The niggles. There's always niggles. Yeah.
Never injury, the niggles.
Yeah, it's never serious injuries. Score predictions then. I'm going to say 2-0 City. I'm actually backing us on a clean sheet, which I think is naive. But it's got to come sometime, hasn't it, Martin?
You are brave.
Who has the brain fart at the 93rd minute? I don't know. No, I'll be honest. I've gone for 3-0.
Oh, I rate that.
I think we'll tie these a new one.
What are you saying, Joe?
We owe them. They beat us twice last year. I'm not doing that.
Did a double overs last season, so I'm going 3-1. I can't back a clean sheet. We conceded against Burnley.
Oh yes, his hand in the chat's gone 3-1.
Jordan
Alex gone 3-1.
Everyone's putting a goal.
Someone is having a brain fart. It happens every week.
Get it out your fantasy team right now.
Yeah,
happens every week. Brain fart. Someone falls asleep in the 93rd because we've won the game.
But it's sod's law in it. Everyone else doesn't have Ivan Toney for at least one game. He's back for both of ours. Like, screw it.
Yeah, thanks, Club World Cup.
Yeah, he's back for both of our games.
Funny. Right then. Well, that's your preview for the weekend. The games that actually matter towards us anyway. Big up to the both of you. Joe, what's going on HMTV? I've seen you've been doing some late night talk shows, which are pretty sick. You know what I mean? If you they're late night chats, aren't they?
Late night chats, me and you. We were going to do one last night, but genuinely, it was the deadest transfer day ever. Nothing happened.
Yeah, deadline
so
was not good.
We kind of just went, bun that. So I'll be doing a preview for the Brentford game at some point. Probably go live soon as well. Maybe for the weekend's games. Me and Hugh late night again.
Yeah, man. Go check out HMTV. HMTV. I always manage just HMV. I don't know why. Just
HMV.
HMV. Yeah, that's why every time I say it, that's why it like rolls off the tongue.
Christmas, the pop-up stores are in yet.
Yeah. What's going on the Mancunian way, Martin? What's coming up?
Tomorrow night, we're doing a big show.
Yes.
Normally our Thursday show, but did a really good show last night. Not on my channel, on Night 320 podcast was a great show on the newspaper agenda, the media. But tomorrow we're doing a show on Do Locals Matter? I haven't worded it yet, but we're going to do a show about local fans feeling being pushed out.
Come on. Big up. Go follow Martin.
Plus Brentford preview, plus Klopp. Bits and bobs.
Watch if you want to see Martin lose his mind again.
Yeah, that's 10 p.m. 10 p.m. as well. It's a late one.
10 p.m. So he's past the watershed as well. So he can really lose his head.
I've been to the club today and had a chat with someone. So yeah, I'm really gonna.
He's riled up. He's ready to go. So you don't want to miss it. 10 p.m. tomorrow. Big up to everyone for the super chats. Big up to everyone who's subscribed to the channel, like the stream and that. And big up to Fantasy 5 for sponsoring it. And us three will see you in the next one, and who will see you at some point as well. Big as well. See you in a bit.